have my real estate license. I am like dumb happy, like crazy happy, so happy I'm like sweating and like looking crazy, but it's okay. I have my real estate license. Hey. Okay. Just a breath of fresh air to literally know that all of my hard work has paid off. I told myself I wanted it, like literally this time last year is when I decided that I wanted to pursue real estate as a career full-time, and to know that it's here, it's happening. Like I did it on top of moving to a whole nother state. Like that's a whole nother story in itself. Like I moved, I quit my job, like I've done a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of stuff, and I've just been truly blessed because I would not have been able to do any of this stuff without God. Like he has literally been right there with me, like side by side. We just been hand in hand, like, you know, he right here, I'm right there. He showed me like, I got you, Makia. Like if you just trust and you just work the plan that we put together, you will be fine. You will be just fine. Now I'm starting to really truly see that, because he ain't allowed nothing bad to happen to me. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm out here in a whole new city, you know, doing whole new things with all my new friends, and it feels great. It feels really great. Super, super proud. So I am going to go through and talk to you guys about what this process was like for me, as far as picking a school to take the classes at, because that's super important. You want to make sure that that school is accredited, so you're not taking classes for nothing. Then the next part of it is, you know, preparing for the exam, getting mentally prepared and, you know, prepared as far as, you know, what do you need as far as material, what type of prep information do you need in order to be successful in the exam. And third but not least, you know, picking a brokerage, because that's another big part of it, that you don't want to just kind of go with the flow and just, oh well, you know, my friend told me I should go with this place, so I'm gonna go with this place. That's not how you pick it, because it's the very important thing. Do you just, you know, wear anything just because somebody said it was cute? No, you wear what you know you look good in, okay? You know, you wear something that compliments. That's what a brokerage is supposed to be like. It's supposed to compliment you. It's supposed to have your back, ride or die, no matter what. Just like a relationship, you need to be getting out of that relationship just as much as you're putting into it. So if you feel like your broker is not doing what they should be doing to earn or deserve that commission split, then boo, you're at the wrong place. Okay, so first things first, you want to find a place to take your classes. So you're gonna go to a real estate licensing school, right? So you want to make sure, number one, that whatever state that you're trying to get your license for, you want to make sure that school is accredited, because God forbid you take classes with a school and they're not even accredited, so you literally just waste your time. So I'm going to specifically talk about Texas and what their licensing process looks like. It will be similar but not the same depending on what state you're getting a license for. So for Texas, you have to have 180 hours of coursework. So that's 30 hours for 6 classes. And I'm the person that goes on YouTube and I look up everything. I actually saw a couple of videos by a guy named Chaston T. Miles, who does YouTube videos on here. He's a licensed real estate agent in Texas, and he just shares his honest opinion about a lot of different things. And I am so grateful and appreciative that he spends his, you know, gives time and takes out the time to just share. So I went on there and I saw that he went to Real Estate Express. Now there were some other schools that I had looked at and they were crazy expensive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they were super expensive. If I'm gonna get the same information, why do I have to pay 2-3 times as much to get the same information. That's crazy. So I decided to go with Real Estate Express. It's extremely affordable, and they even offer prep courses. So what I did, I went ahead and signed up for it, and at the time I was still working full-time at my previous job, and it was very, very difficult for me to, you know, go to work, come home, and then dedicate time to like really, you know, focus and, you know, study and go through those classes. Like, you have to literally study, like you have to really read and retain all the information that you're getting, because those little quizzes, those little exams, they're very, very detailed, and if you don't know and you fail it so many times, it'll make you go to the beginning of the class and start all over. Like, it obviously happened to me, but you have to make sure that you're retaining that information. So it was difficult for me at first to just get myself in a mind frame and into the routine of coming home and forcing myself to study. So it was a lot of long weekends of just literally going through material. So I'm going through that, and then I end up leaving my job. Yeah, I ended up leaving my full-time job, and as much of a scary experience that was, it was even more liberating. Like, I feel amazing now knowing that I did something for myself. I'm gonna do a whole separate video on what that looked like and that whole thing, because it deserves its own video. So once I had, you know, all the time in the world to myself, I was just getting through these classes, knocking them out. So in between that time, I also moved out the state. I ended up moving to Texas. So again, that was an adventure in itself. So like I said, I had a lot of stuff going on in like these last couple of months. Like, these last 6 months have just been kind of everywhere. So long story short, I got through my classes, and once you finish, you get like certificates for each class saying that you completed it. So once you do that, then you have to apply. So every state has some type of real estate commission. So here is the Texas Real Estate Commission. You basically send that information into them to apply, and there's a processing time. So I didn't believe it when people were first telling me this, but the processing time is literally like 3 weeks. And what you're waiting for is a confirmation code for you to be able to register for your exam. So from the time that I finished my classes to the time that I was able to register for my class was literally like almost to the date 3 weeks. So it was a very, very long time. So once I got the confirmation code, the next available test date was like another 2 weeks out, and I checked like 5 to 6 different testing centers in my area, and the furthest one was like 45 minutes away. So like, I was willing to travel, but the most, you know, the closest available date was 2 weeks out. So that was basically 5 weeks that I was just waiting. Once I did that, once I registered, I was like, okay, I've got 2 weeks to make sure that I'm prepared. And I will say that the prep course that I took, that really prepared me. The first course that I took was with Real Estate Express, which is where I took my classes. And the way the prep course is set up is basically just a bunch of practice exams. That was a total of 18 exams, and I took all of them. I took all 18 exams, and I kept retaking the exams until I got at least a 90% or better on the exam, because I'm like, I heard too many stories about people not passing this test, and that wasn't gonna be me. So the test that you have to take, there's actually 2 tests. You have to take a national test and you take a state test. National portion for Texas is 2.5 hours long. That's how much time they give you. And the state exam, they give you 1.5 hours to take that. So a total of 4 hours for this exam. So they give you 2 sheets of paper, and you know, they have them face down so you can't see. So I'm like, let me get my paper, let me walk up out of here before I look, and then it's not the answer that I want, and I'm embarrassed in front of all these people. So I went all the way outside to my car, and I looked, and I'm like, congratulations, you passed. And I saw that I had passed both sections. Like, I burst out into tears, like ugly tears, like straight ugly tears, crying so hard. I was so happy that I finally get this license. So the next part was just finding a broker. In those 5 weeks that I was waiting for, for the commission to like process my application, I was going on a bunch of interviews, you know, just trying to find a broker, trying to see what all was out there and just ask as many questions as possible. And like I said before, like it's really important to make sure that, you know, you're benefiting from that relationship that you have with that brokerage, you know, making sure that you're being trained properly, making sure that they're pouring information and knowledge into you, so that when you are on your own, that, you know, you're confident, you're able to speak with your clients, you're able to, you know, conduct yourself as an agent. People are spending their hard-earned money to buy homes. Like, I want my agents to know what they're doing. So that's the type of service that I want to give my clients. So I just want to make sure that I'm going to a broker that is going to prepare me so that I'm confident and I actually know what I'm talking about. So I picked my broker. I went to my little orientation or whatever, and now I'm literally just moving forward. Like, I'm, you know, just putting myself out there. I'm talking to people. Like, even before I actually, you know, passed my exam and finished, I was already telling people I was in real estate. I was saying, hey, you know, I'm in real estate. When they would ask me, like, oh, like, you know, why did you move to Houston? What are you doing? This and that or whatever. I would tell them that, so that every time that they saw me or they thought about real estate or they were in a position where they're ready to buy, rent, lease, or sell, they're like, oh, I remember that girl who said she was in real estate. Because guess what? Remember, I'm not from here. I'm not from Texas. So I needed to organically create this database of people that will remember me and think of me as, oh, that's the real estate girl. So that's literally all I've been doing. And then once I did get my license, once I passed the test and I was good and my license came in the mail, I was telling everybody, you couldn't stop me. You could not stop me from telling people I had a license. So just saying that to say that, like, this is a business where you have to open up, you have to push yourself, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable and just forcing yourself to go ahead and do it. Because there are times where, I mean, it may seem like it, like, I don't know, like, you guys can tell me, but it may seem like, you know, I have a very outgoing personality, but the people that know me know that, you know, I have not always been super outgoing. You know, a lot of times I can be very introverted, but in this business, being introverted and to myself and closed off and not willing and able to make, you know, connections with people when I go places, that's not gonna work. And I had to have a nice little talk with myself. Like, you have to be open, because this is a business of creating relationships. Those relationships are what's going to put food on your table. So you have to take it very seriously. Whenever I'm out, I'm talking about my business, and not in a way where it's just, you know, I'm salesy and I'm being pushy, in a way where it's conversational, so that, you know, hopefully by what I'm telling you, somehow I can be, you know, a blessing to you, and you may need some type of service that I offer, and then in exchange there may be something that you offer that, you know, I may need either now or down the road. And it's not to be, you know, always just in this business mind frame, but it's in the mind frame of networking. Like, we have to network with each other. Because if you don't talk about it, how would you ever know what other people offer? You would never know. You have to talk about these things. So it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. So it's all about mindset. It's all about the way you think about it. And I'm just happy, as you can tell. Like, that's what my experience has been like. And I definitely want to do some other videos just talking about, you know, why that motorcycle was really loud. Talking about why I quit my job, what made me leave, you know, my salary position of 3 years, and, you know, go pursue something completely different for myself. And then I'll probably do a video on, like, the whole process with me moving to Texas, what that looked like, because I moved from St. Louis to Houston, and that was a excursion in itself. Like, that was nothing easy. And we drove, drove a U-Haul truck with my car hitched to the back of it, and it was something. And I've got video of it too. Like, it was quite interesting. So I think I want to do a video on that too. But you guys should, leave me comments, questions if you have any about, anything that I've shared with you all in this video. If you'd like to see any other type of videos of me going more in depth with any part of this process that I've been going through, like, just let me know. More than willing and able and happy to share what that's been like for me. And yeah, so I am going to go, and I hope that you all enjoyed this video. And so if you're not already subscribing, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell button over there in the corner so that you will be notified whenever I make any new videos. So like this video if this was helpful for you, and that is all. Thank you guys. Bye.